YouTuber movies and TV shows have a pretty bad reputation, and for good reason. Besides the masterpiece that is Airplane Mode, I have yet to see a YouTuber movie that is, at the very least, passable. And I'm not gonna act like Alpha Betas is the best thing ever, it's broken the new standard of animation, but we have entered a new standard of actually putting in effort into creating movies and TV shows based around YouTubers. Alpha Betas has a unique premise and charisma, which is a lot more I can say for Smosh the Movie or Not Cool. While Ian and Anthony clearly weren't trying and just trying to fill their movie with a shitload of internet references, Shane tried too hard and it came out as one big giant queef stain.
Not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film.
Now again, Alpha Betas isn't the next 90s Simpson, it's not the next BoJack Horseman, but it's not trying to be. Based off what I've seen from Vanoss Gaming, Basically I Do Work, Wildcat, and Terrorizer, I can tell they actually liked what they made. I can tell they enjoyed what they were doing with this pilot episode. And you know, at least to me, that's always a good first sign. But first, I'm gonna talk about my issues with it. Maybe because it's not aimed towards my demographic, which is 48-year-old women, but sometimes I thought the humor was there just to be crude and not to actually be funny. You know, the type of humor you brag about when you're 12 because you want to show everyone at school how many adult jokes you know. The more inappropriate the joke, the funnier it is. And unfortunately, this pilot episode had some of that type of humor here or there. It's not modern Family Guy shock humor bad, nowhere near that. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't annoyed at a couple of points. And some of the jokes in this episode were jokes I've heard before, but not really as funny.
I am so sorry to rush, but we have a code black.
Aw, yeah! I love code blacks!
Oh, shocker. Code blacks are the worst.
I hereby declare a state of emergency. Code black.
Black? Huh. That's the worst color there is. No offense there, Carl.
I get it all the time.
So Alpha Betas was created and written by Chris Bruno and David Howard Lee. I'm not sure how much creative input the YouTubers were given, but it seems like they were at least given a little bit. Because a lot of the humor is like their humor in their videos, but it's better suited in a YouTube video as opposed to a TV show. And this is one of the main reasons why YouTuber TV shows and movies don't often work. They believe because the content they make works in a YouTube video will work on the big screen, which isn't really the case because in a YouTube video, you can say a bad, unfunny joke and it just kind of passes. Because YouTube videos are more laid back than movies and TV shows. In a movie or TV show, it's pretty noticeable and stands out. Because in a movie and TV show, you're trying to do more than just tell jokes. You're trying to tell a story, you're trying to develop characters. So when a bad joke comes out, it's kind of distracting. One more issue I do have as well, and maybe it's just because it's a pilot episode, I would have liked to see more references towards video games. Because I mean, that's the entire premise. For example, the pilot episode included a Western game and a World War II game. Maybe it's because I'm blind and stupid, but I didn't see any references towards Call of Duty nor Red Dead Redemption. I mean, there was a reference to Red Dead Redemption.
Anyway, all non-player characters have disappeared from our game Redhead Intervention.
But it was more like, hey, this game is supposed to be Red Dead Redemption, but we're not going to put any sort of references in it to imply that it's Red Dead Redemption. We'll just kind of show you a carbon copy of the cover of the game. Even though there's some jokes I found to be kind of lame, there's still a good amount of humor in this episode. I did laugh a couple of times. I thought there were some pretty decent jokes in here. I even played back a joke twice because I thought it was so funny, and that was when Wildcat's character gets stomped in the head by a horse.
Fine, I can't ride horses, okay? Everyone happy?
This joke has two of the fundamentals that make slapstick funny: sound effects and timing. I also like that the horse has the same facial expression throughout the entire segment. The character introductions were also pretty funny.
Buck, explosions expert, speaks before he thinks.
Fuck you!
Holy shit. I am so sorry.
Tommy, driver, pompous know-it-all.
Actually, Allison, I think you'll find that I'm...
And Mason.
These are my favorite jokes from the episode because they don't try too hard. And thankfully, a lot of the jokes in this episode are very short-lived. The type of comedy they're aiming for in this series does not mix well with jokes that go on and on. Modern day Family Guy does this all the time and it is painful. I also like this segment of an alien from Area 51 running in Naruto style, mostly because it's not in your face and it's something you have to catch. What would kill this joke is to have the alien run in front of Area 51 in the center of the screen for a good full-on 20 seconds, and the whole joke is just haha funny references. The reason why this reference isn't annoying is because it's not in my fucking face. It's just a quick, subtle joke, that's it. The art style for the most part is pretty good. I like that the voices actually match the characters. I thought the voices of Vanoss and all of them would be pretty distracting because I've watched them for many years, but they're actually pretty good voice actors, and their voices totally fit the designs. A little nitpick though, I don't like that everyone's eyes are the same color. it's just bland gray. But again, that's just a nitpick. What I like most about the show, though, is that it has a reason to be animated. It's not about suburban life with a fat dipshit father has hot wife with a couple of kids and a magic talking tampon and hijinks ensue. And through the use of animation, they take full advantage of the premise they're given. And I really love the premise. I think it's very unique. It's over the top, it's outrageous, it's bizarre, but it really fits. Overall, I'm just happy these guys are now setting a new standard for YouTuber shows or movies. At least I hope it sets a new standard, because if a YouTuber actually wants to, I think they can actually do more with a higher production. And you know, we won't continue to get shit like F the Prom or the High Fruit Coast Adventures of Annoying Orange. Actually, I really like that one.